In the dim glow of his laptop screen, Alex hunched over the keyboard in his cramped Brooklyn apartment, the hum of the city outside a distant roar. It was late 2022, and the world was buzzing about Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter, now X, as he insisted on calling it. Alex, a freelance coder with a grudge against billionaires who preached sustainability while jet-setting across continents, had stumbled onto something. A public ADS-B feed, those unencrypted signals from private planes, revealed the exact path of Musk's Gulfstream G650ER. Tail number N628TS. It wasn't hard to scrape the data. A simple Python script pulled coordinates every few minutes. But tonight, as the jet lifted off from Van Nuys Airport in LA, heading east, Alex felt a chill. The plane's path wasn't random. It was veering north, toward a remote airstrip in Canada that didn't show up on standard maps. He refreshed the feed, heart pounding. The dot on his custom map blinked steadily, slicing through the night sky at 500 miles per hour. Alex had started this as a joke, a Twitter thread mocking the carbon footprint of one man's whims. But followers poured in, tips trickled from aviation nerds, and suddenly he had a live tracker going viral. Elon's Joyride, he called it. Now, with the acquisition drama unfolding, whispers online suggested Musk was flying in secret meetings, investors, regulators, maybe even foreign players. Alex typed furiously, posting the latest ping, G650ER at 41,000 feet, vectoring to 52N110W. What's brewing in the prairies? His phone buzzed. Unknown number. He ignored it, but the unease gnawed deeper. By dawn, the jet touched down at a private strip near Calgary, shrouded in fog. Alex cross-referenced satellite imagery. The airstrip belonged to a shell company tied to Neuralink suppliers. He leaned back, rubbing his eyes. Sleep was a luxury he couldn't afford. A knock at the door jolted him upright. Through the peephole, two men in dark suits scanned the hallway. "Delivery," one grunted. Alex's pulse raced. He grabbed his backpack, laptop, charger, fake ID, and slipped out the fire escape, boots scraping against rusted metal. The alley below reeked of garbage, but he melted into the morning crowd, hailing a cab to JFK. If they were onto him, staying put was suicide. The tracker app on his phone updated. The jet was fueling up, idle on the tarmac. From a dingy motel in Queens, Alex went dark. VPN layered over VPN, he monitored the feed obsessively. Musk's plane lifted off again, this time southbound, hugging the U.S. border before banking east over the Great Lakes. Alex pieced it together, a zigzag pattern evading commercial airspace. He dug deeper, hacking into FAA logs via a backdoor he'd left in a contractor's database. There it was, a filed flight plan under a pseudonym, Destination Teterboro. Musk was coming back to the States, and fast. Alex's fingers flew across the keys, alerting his online crew. Inbound to NYC. Eyes on the prize. Replies flooded in, drones, spotters, even a guy with a ham radio. But then his screen glitched. A denial of service attack? No, worse, his IP was exposed. The motel Wi-Fi flickered, and the door handle rattled. He bolted, backpack slung over one shoulder, weaving through traffic toward the subway. Horns blared as he darted across Queens Boulevard. The suits from earlier now in a black SUV, tires screeching. Alex's lungs burned, but he dove into the station, swiping his Metro card just as the train pulled in. Inside, crammed against a pole, he pulled up the tracker. The jet was descending 200 miles out. A message pinged from an anonymous account. "Stop now, or we make you." Alex's mind raced. Who were they? SpaceX security? Twitter loyalists? Or something bigger, like the Fed spooked by his posts tagging regulators? He switched to a burner phone, texting his sister. "If I don't call by noon, tell Mom I love her." Paranoia? Sure, but the SUV had New Jersey plates close to Teterboro. The train lurched into Manhattan, and Alex emerged into the chaos of Times Square, blending with tourists snapping selfies under billboards hawking Tesla Cybertrucks. He needed eyes on the ground. Ducking into a Starbucks, he commandeered a corner table, hotspotting his laptop off a stranger's unsecured network. The jet's signal sharpened, Wheels down at Teterboro in 10. Alex fired off coordinates to a drone hobbyist in the group chat. Get footage. High res. Minutes ticked by, coffee turning bitter in his mouth. Then, a live stream popped up, a shaky feed from a quadcopter buzzing the runway. There it was, the sleek Gulfstream ramp lowering. Musk stepped out first, trench coat flapping in the wind, flanked by 2 stone-faced aides. But trailing them? A crate, unmarked, hauled by forklift into a waiting black van. Neuralink tech? Or something hotter like prototype Starlink gear for a black market deal? Alex's thrill spiked. This was gold. He screenshotted the feed, uploading to an encrypted drive. But the Wi-Fi cut out again, his laptop whining as it overheated. Footsteps approached. He glanced up. A barista, but behind her, the suits, scanning faces. Alex yanked the cord, stuffing gear into his bag, and bolted for the back exit. Out into the alley, he sprinted toward the Hudson, the van's engine growl echoing from the street. They were closing in. His phone vibrated, drone feed ending abruptly. Lost signal. They jammed it. Alex cursed under his breath, legs pumping as he hit the waterfront path. Sirens wailed in the distance. Maybe cops, maybe not. The tracker beeped. The van was moving, heading into the city core, straight for Twitter HQ. He hailed a bike share, pedaling furiously through Hell's Kitchen, weaving between cabs and delivery trucks. Sweat soaked his shirt, but the wind sharpened his focus. If he could get to the tower, snap proof of whatever Musk was unloading, the story would explode. Online sleuths had already linked the crate to rumors of AI chips smuggled from China, skirting export bans. Elon, the free speech warrior, playing export control roulette? Alex grinned despite the fear. The bike chain clattered as he dodged a pothole. The Twitter building, now X Tower, looming ahead, its Bluebird logo mocking from the spire. But at the corner of 42nd, brakes squealed. The black van idled, blocking the plaza. Suits piled out, earpieces glinting. Alex ditched the bike, vaulting a construction barrier into a half-built scaffold maze. Metal clanged under his feet, sparks flying from a loose beam. Shouts rose below. There! And a flashlight beam swept the girders. He climbed higher, heart slamming against his ribs. The city sprawl a glittering trap beneath. From this perch, he glimpsed the van's doors opening at the tower's loading dock. Musk himself oversaw the crate, barking orders in that clipped accent. Alex's phone, wedged in his pocket, buzzed with the tracker's alert. Another flight plan filing. The jet prepping for takeoff again, this time west, to Austin, SpaceX territory. Whatever was in that box, it was mobile and urgent. A hand grabbed his ankle. Alex kicked free, boot connecting with a suit's jaw, sending the man tumbling into netting. He scrambled to the roof, lungs heaving, the night air electric with danger. Below, more security swarmed the site, radios crackling. Alex pulled his laptop, fingers numb, and beamed the drone footage to a journalist contact at The Intercept. Publish now. It's bigger than jets. Send. Then the real escape. He eyed the adjacent rooftop, a 10-foot gap. Wind howled as he backed up, sprinted, and leaped, arms windmilling, landing hard on gravel, rolling to absorb the impact. Pain shot through his shoulder, but he was up, racing for the fire escape. Down in the streets, chaos erupted. His contact's tweet hit. Musk's secret cargo. Smuggled AI amid Twitter turmoil? Like surged. Reposts ignited. Alex melted into the crowd at Penn Station, boarding a train to Philly under a false name. But the tracker didn't lie. The jet was airborne, streaking toward Texas at Mach speed. From his seat, jostled by commuters, Alex watched the dot pulse on his screen. He'd started this for laughs, a jab at hypocrisy.